Hello everyone and welcome to another Masters of the Universe review with me, Ferris. Today we're going to be taking a look at Mattel's Mega Construx Battle Cat vs Roton set. I don't have any of these sets from Mattel. This is the first one I've got. I don't have any Mega Construx actually. I don't have any Mega Bloks product since after Mattel took over. I saw this one on Amazon. I was looking for the Castle Grayskull one actually, and that's horrifically expensive. And I thought, well, I want to see what they're like first before I paid that kind of money on the Castle Grayskull set. So I picked this one up. I haven't opened it. I have no idea what it's going to be like. So I'm going to do a quick unboxing, and then I will go away, put it together, and then I'll come back and we'll take a closer look at the set itself. So for now, let's have a look around the box, and the box does look quite nice, to be fair. I have to admit, I wouldn't really have picked up the Roton, but I wanted the He-Man and Battle Cat set, and honestly it was a better price buying it this way than it was just buying that separately. Well, I don't even know if they do this separately. I saw the Skeletor and Panther one, that was like 15 quid, so I thought, well, I might as well just get the whole thing. So, yeah. So in this set you do get, you get Battle Armor He-Man and Battle Cat, and you get Mer-Man with the Roton. That'll be my first Roton as well. I don't have any of those at all. I was just trying to think. I didn't get the classics one either. So that's the front. The artwork's quite nice. On the top, you've basically got these figures again. Just basically information down this side. Some product shots on the back. Actually, they're not even product shots, are they? They're renders, basically. So, not really telling us much. Oh yeah, that was the set I saw. That set there with Panther and Skeletor, and that was 15 quid on its own. So I guess I'm going to be paying that to get these two. I don't know. So expensive, these things. So yeah, apparently the Roton can roll and it can spit studs at you, so alright, we'll see how that goes. At this side we've got another render of He-Man, and the usual bump from the bottom. So right, we get my box cutter, and we'll cut the tape on the top. Now this is supposed to be for ages 8+, but if you are watching this and you're a child, please get somebody to open the box for you, and remember always to cut away from yourself, don't cut towards yourself. Right, let's see what we have. Let me just pour it out. Let me pour it out and put the box to one side. Rearrange the camera. So we get the instruction booklet, of course, because you have to have one of these. That looks pretty much the same as the Halo ones I've got. So I used to collect the Halo ones before Mattel took over. I don't think they... no, I've seen a couple of Halo ones, so I think they must still be doing it. But there's parts list in the back. Those are the figures you get. I have to admit, I would have liked a blue Mer-Man, but never mind. Okay, that must be the bottom of the Roton. It's not going to be a very big set if that's the bottom of the Roton, is it? It's going to be quite tiddly. Oh, Battle Cat already comes completed, so you don't need to put him together. Just need to put his armour on. So, okay. What's in this one? There's some black bits in that one. There's some wheels in there. Got there green and black, so I'm guessing those are Roton parts. got some, oh, I see the Roton eyes are, sorry, the Roton eyes are tamper graphed on there, so there's no stickers. Yay! Oh, brilliant! I hate stickers. More bits for the Roton. And there's a little spiky bits that go around the edges. And there's Mer-Man, so we just have to pop him together. And He-Man is in another baggie. So yeah, I don't understand why you have to have so many bags. It's such a waste. I'm trying to stop the plastic ending up in the seas and that, but toy companies are not really helping. That's my little green winch. So that's what you get in the box. Yeah, I will go and put this together, because there's nothing more boring than watching somebody else put something together. So I'll go do that off camera, and I'll come back and we'll have a look, see what it looks like all done. Be right back. So through the magic of video editing, here we are with everything put together. Now, I will say, I do really like this little set. It was a fun build. Battle Cat, as you saw in the intro, he came already assembled. I just needed to put his helmet and saddle on. He-Man and Mer-Man both needed putting together from the waist section. Everything else was already on the figure. I did have to put the heads on because you have to put the armour on them. And obviously the Roton had to be built from scratch, and it was a fun little build. Didn't take very long, but yeah, it was just something nice to do the other day when I wasn't feeling great. So let's have a closer look at the figures in the set. So we will start off with He-Man. Let's just move this one out of the way a little bit. He looks quite mad. Yeah, he looks quite good. He's not bad. The paintwork's alright. I mean, he does look a little bit vacant, but then, you know, these things are only, what, 3 or 4 centimetres high, so... the overall sculpt is quite good. I think the head sculpt is alright. I think that paintwork's not great on the eyes. Not really. I think they did Mer-Man better. I think Mer-Man looks a lot better. So I might have to repaint those eyes at some point. But it's not too bad. Basically, he's cast in this fleshy colour. This bracer here is just painted, and you can see they haven't painted all the way round. This bracer here I had to put on. So that is just orange. This section was just orange as well. It's got a few little paint apps on it, as you can see there. But mostly it's just cast in the plastic colour needed for that particular part. The battle armour here does seem to have a slight metal flake finish to it. I don't know if that's showing up on the camera. It's not very heavy, but it's, you know, it's there. It looks quite good. And the battle axe is just cast in that same silver. So he doesn't come with a power sword, which is a little bit disappointing. But then I expect that just came with the regular release of the figure. So if I want that, I guess I'm going to have to buy that. Articulation wise, they are quite articulated. I was going to get one of my Halo ones out, but I can't get to the box at the minute, so I'll just have to go from memory. So the head is on a ball joint, but you don't really get much out of it because this armour piece sort of gets in the way. The arms do go all the way around and in and out, and they do have a joint at the elbow, and that will go just about 90 degrees. And does also rotate, and then his fists rotate. He does have waist rotation, although it doesn't go all the way around, it only goes to a certain point. So when you put these together, there's some little like little nub bits that just sort of sit inside here, so it just means it doesn't go all the way around. His legs will go out to the front, to the rear. Not too much because this part of his loincloth gets in the way. It doesn't really go out to the side. It is on a ball joint, so you could possibly force it, but then you'd probably end up popping it off. Not quite 90 degrees at the knee, and yeah, that's about it. I know some of my Halo ones, I'm pretty sure they've got articulation at the boot as well, but I'm just going off memory, so that might not be quite right. So there's the He-Man. So it's quite a nice little figure, not bad. I'm just looking around to the back. There's not really very much going on there. It's got that hole there, but you can't really put the battle axe in there because, I mean, it'll just be sort of sticking out of his back. I don't think that's a very good look for him. But it's there, I suppose, if you've got, you know, some of these other sets. I don't know if there's maybe like a weapons pack or something that you can, you know, get extra pieces for. I'm trying to kill myself with the axe now. So that's the He-Man. Not bad. Pop him off to the side for a minute, but my favourite out of the two is the Mer-Man. I think the Mer-Man is excellent. He just looks great. He's so cute. Like I said before, I would have preferred a blue one, but I understand that the you know, the original colour was this sort of greeny colour, so I get it. But yeah, he's really cute. I do think the paintwork on this one is a lot better. His eyes are better defined. He's got that lovely piece of gold just going around the outsides of his eyes. And there's a little bit on his armour here as well. Just looks lovely. Really nice figure, this. The articulation on this is exactly the same as the He-Man, so I won't go over that again. But sculpt-wise, I just think he's fantastic. He looks awesome. And again, he's got that little hole in his back, so... But interestingly, he does come with both his sword and his staff, neither of which you can store there. There isn't like a little clip or anything that you can put in there, at least not one that's come with this set. So yeah, that's a bit of a shame, but I mean, I'll probably just have him holding them anyway. So he's got the corncob sword there, and yeah, it's quite well defined actually. It looks really good. And then he's just got this trident here as well, with a teeny weeny little piece of blue paint in there. But yeah, it looks quite nice. I really like him. I think he's really cute. He's definitely my favourite of those two anyway. So then let's have a look at Battle Cat. And this is really the reason I bought this set. I really wanted the Battle Cat. And yeah, he's great. He doesn't disappoint. I love this. I really do. I'm going to take the armour off for a minute so we can show him properly. And just... it's a bit tight, this. It's got the it's got two posts in there that peg into those two holes on his back, so it's on there quite tightly. And the same with the helmet. It's just got a peg in there that goes in the top of his head, which is a bit of a shame because I would have liked to have been able to display Battle Cat without the helmet, but he's got a massive great hole in his head, so that's slightly disappointing. But the rest of the figure is just fantastic. I think this looks amazing. He's really well painted as well. You've got his eyes there, look really good. Nice bit of bluey black for his nose. Now I'm not sure. I don't think the jaw is supposed to move, but it's sort of it's like a gummy plastic, so you can kind of get it to move. I don't think it's meant to though. It's not on a hinge. It looks to be moulded. It's either moulded in or glued in. I'm not entirely sure, but yeah. Paint-wise, I should say, it's pretty good. There's a little bit of slop there on that tooth, but yeah, it's not too bad. And he's got all of his stripes there. Could have maybe gone over the stripes on the body once more there with the yellowy orange, because that green is bleeding through quite badly there. It's alright on the limbs and on the neck piece, the tail, but just on the main body it's not really covered that well. But yeah, it's a really nice little Battle Cat. Articulation wise, he's quite well articulated. His head is on this joint here. It's like a double ball, so you get some articulation at the head and at the neck side, so you get some interesting posing from there. It will go all the way around, get quite a bit of side to side as well, which is really nice. And then they've taken this joint here that was originally in the Classics Battle Cat, and they've employed it quite well here. I think you can go down very far, and it goes up quite a long way as well, so that's quite nice. Each of the legs is on a ball joint at the top, so you can go all the way around there, and you get a little bit of manoeuvrability side to side in and out. The front paws, thankfully, have some articulation. They are on a ball joint and on a hinge, so you can both rotate and move them up and down. And why they did not do this with the Origins figure is beyond me. Yes, I'm going to gripe about that till the end of time, because I do not understand why they didn't give him some articulation. Anyway, you don't get that on the back, sadly, but I do appreciate that it's on the front. The rear leg's exactly the same, ball joint there, and he's got a ball joint on his tail. It doesn't really provide for much articulation, but you can get it to go up and down a bit and around. So yeah, overall I think Battle Cat is a really nice little figure. I am absolutely going to have to get the Skeletor set now with Panther, because you can't have one without the other. So I'll just pop that back on. You can see that just goes in there, and then this saddle piece just slots back on like so. The head armour piece is a slightly softer plastic. The saddle is a bit harder, and you do have to put this little piece on. This bit comes off, it comes separately in the bag. So that's it for Battle Cat. So let's pop him back there. And all these pieces of green, you can just use them for, you know, putting your figures on. Battle Cat's going to go on that one. So that's that. And then last but by no means least is the Roton itself. And again, this is a really fun little toy. I had fun putting it together. It didn't take long, but yeah, it's a really nice little toy. It's very simple to put together. You know, it's I can't remember how many pieces it was, but it wasn't very many. So, but it's quite nicely done. The eyes at the front here are tamper graphed on and not stickers, so that's good. You do have to put all these little pieces, these little spiky pieces, you do have to put those all on as well. There's 18 of those, so they're just like little rubbery bits. Yeah, and play features. It's as you can see, it's got one large rubber wheel here, and basically if you push that along, it will turn the actual rotation part. That's in theory. Let's see if I can get it to work. So there you go. So just, I think that's quite fun. I like that. Yeah, I think that works quite well. And then you have these little guns at the side, where you have a push part here, and then there's a stud on the front, and I believe you just sort of push the back piece, and the stud is meant to fly off. Let's see if I can get that to work. Yeah, there you go. So yeah, if you get this for a child, then expect to be missing the studs within like 5 minutes. But yes, it's nice. It's a fun little Roton. I really quite like that, and it's the only Roton I have. I never got the Classics one. I don't know, I might pick up the Origins one, because it's quite a nice little vehicle. But yeah, that's about it, really. I like this set. I think this is a really nice little set. I would say, if you are looking to get some of these, this is not a bad one to start off with. I think it's a good little set. Easy build for a child. Obviously, I was getting this just to see what they were like before I went all in on Castle Grayskull. I think the quality's there. I think it's definitely worth. I'm going to try and get the money together and get the Castle Grayskull as well. If I do, I'll do a review of that when I get it. But I think that's about it for this one for now. I hope you've enjoyed this look at this little set, and until the next one, bye bye. So I got to the end of the review and I realised that I'd forgotten to show you what the figures look like on their respective steeds, so I just thought I'd do this quickly. So here's He-Man riding on Battle Cat, and he does sit on there quite well actually, but you can put his hand here on this part of the saddle just to keep him steady, and it holds on quite well and he's not going to come off from there. So yeah, so that looks quite cool. And then you just basically sit Merman in the Roton. Instructions say to fold his legs up like that, and then he just sort of sits in it kind of that way. So that's how he goes. So yeah, I'm sorry about that everyone. I got a bit carried away and just forgot to do that. I think it's because with my figures, I tend not to put He-Man on Battle Cat, because in the cartoon he very rarely rides Battle Cat. They more sort of go into fights and battles together, rather, you know, side by side, rather than He-Man actually being on Battle Cat. And I always quite like that. So there you go. Sorry about that. So hopefully this will get sort of put into the review or tagged on to the end somewhere. So yeah, cheers.
Fingers on plastic.